Prince Harry and Meghan Markle may decide to return to the UK in the future despite their ongoing rift with the royal family, a former royal butler has claimed. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex stepped down as senior royals in January 2020 and moved to California where they had been raising their two young children, Archie and Lilibet. They have only returned to the UK a few times since, including when Harry attended his father's coronation alone earlier this month before going back home that same day to celebrate his son's 4th birthday. But according to King Charles' former butler, Grant Harold, the Duke of Sussex may decide to buy a property in the UK in case he wanted to visit more often. The 45-year-old told the New York Post, "It never say never, it's always possible that one day he might want to come home. It's possible that he might buy a property here if he wanted to come over more, and Meghan didn't want to come over. Meghan doesn't really have any family here as such, all her family are in the States and that's where Harry has decided he wants to set up his home." Mr. Harold, speaking on behalf of Oddspedia, added that Harry is always going to have an association with the UK and will never totally want to cut that off, adding, "He'll want to have that association with Britain just in case one day he does want to come back and I don't think Harry will want to sever ties." Talking about the couple moving back to the UK together, Mr. Harold claimed it is very possible but admitted that at the moment they seem happy in the States. Last year, a royal expert claimed that Harry and Meghan could still return to Britain to help modernize the royal family. Speaking to LBC's Tonight with Andrew Marr, author and journalist Vanity Fair editor-in-chief Tina Brown said the couple were a huge asset as the family looks to modernize in the future. "They were a huge asset as a couple to the royals and I think they really needed them," she said during the interview on Thursday. "I mean, they were the face of, younger, connecting to the young of England. To have a woman of color in the royal family was, a wonderful thing for the connection to a more diverse nation. So there was a need to have them back, I think. There is a need, I think, to have them back." At the beginning of January 2020, Harry and Meghan revealed in a statement on their Instagram page that they would step back as senior members of the royal family and become financially independent. Their statement read, "After many months of reflection and internal discussions, we have chosen to make a transition this year in starting to carve out a progressive new role within this institution. We intend to step back as senior members of the royal family and work to become financially independent, while continuing to fully support Her Majesty the Queen." The couple went on to discuss Archie and their plans to raise him with an appreciation for the royal tradition into which he was born. They said, "This geographic balance will enable us to raise our son with an appreciation for the royal tradition into which he was born, while also providing our family with the space to focus on the next chapter, including the launch of our new charitable entity. We look forward to sharing the full details of this exciting next step in due course, as we continue to collaborate with Her Majesty the Queen, the Prince of Wales, the Duke of Cambridge and all relevant parties. Until then, please accept our deepest thanks for your continued support."